Welcome back to Troubleshooter. It's been a long time since I've played this game, but there is some new DLC, so I wanted to go ahead and try it out here. New offer. In the office. Let's see. Do we have like new cases? With the DLC? Yeah, we've got a few new ones. But let's go ahead and look at the story. That should be back at HQ, so. Let's pop on back. Real quick. Hope everyone's been having a good day. The new DLC, I'm like really curious to see what's going on with it. It seems to. I mean, it was $10. It's not too bad for DLC. It gives at least 8 new missions and a new character to play with, so it's not terrible. Not for the price. And honestly, for this game, that's fine. The overall base price of this game is very cheap, and you get a lot for that base price of 25 USD usually. And it could be on sale. It could be even less than that sometimes. Yeah, it's good value. Especially if you like games like this. A good turn-based RPG. Yes, it's more of a tactical RPG than a JRPG. Just kind of curious to see, did they add what new gear did they add? What are the new combat missions? I know that you can go up to level 60 now with the DLC, so that should be interesting. Extra story. Well, let's check out the extra story. Here's a new character. Let's begin the story. 3 years ago in the Red Mining District, Crimson Crow. One of the most chaotic and lawless places involved. These were gangs struggled to take advantage. And those gangs who got bigger by monopolizing interests nearby started to look out for fixers who would do underhanded or dirty jobs on their behalf. As demand rises, all sorts of scoundrels of the underworld gathered, such as assassins, scammers, pickpockets, and information dealers, safecrackers, bomb experts, escape artists, and the like. For all those who gathered in the area, I'll call it hired gun in the underworld. And for one of those hired guns made a living by fulfilling those needs was renowned for their perfect skill, Crimson Crow. Hired gun who always worked alone, unlike others who usually grouped up. Most common jobs were usually obtaining illegal goods and spying. They also accepted more violent jobs such as intimidation, sabotage, or assassination. Subo. The retaining fee has been paid. So the target is a new troubleshooter company? Misty? Yeah, it seems like they didn't know who they were messing with. Troubleshooters in this town. Kind of foolish, though. Crimson Crow. You're not allowed to leave a trace in this mission. I thought that's the reason why you called me. All jobs are done, leaving no trace with their sneaky, elaborate skills. Can only be contacted by a designated method, and payments are accepted only by a temporary borrowed name account. For this kind of secrecy was the reason why Crimson Crow was popular among clients who are in need of a hired gun. We'll hunt you down and make you pay for it even if you make a single mistake. What kind of words from those who are so desperate to hire me? There's always the risk of exposure being spotted if there are too many hired guns on the job. Or there's a risk of hired guns or clients being compromised if the job wasn't completed neatly. Even after their job, they could be tracked by the police or from the victims of the incidents they'd cause. So most of the clumsy, lousy hired guns tended to leave traces behind. Considering those facts, the secrecy of the Crimson Crow lowers the risk of clients significantly. It's convenient to prepare only one barrel, even if you mess up. You won't feel convenience when you're inside of it. Feeling safe behind the voice changer, huh? Trust me, this town is too small for you to hide. You know what's really small than that? The barrel that you're going to be inside. There are several advantages for clients, but there's also a huge risk to hire Crimson Crow. I didn't you know. A client must make the hired guns pay when they betray them or accepting their retaining fee and disappear. Tolerating those kind of actions have the risk of other hired guns looking down on them. So all clients who use hired guns want to know what they're working with. Crimson Crow. What do you think about joining us after this job? With your skills, I'm sure you'll be in the high ranks in no time. No. Thank you. No hesitation at all? Why not? I can't trust a client who's trying to track me down with a phone call. Oh, how'd you find out? This is my everyday shit. That's all your fault. We clients just wanted to be sure. All you need to do is make sure that you're prepared to pay my fee. Crimson Crow is free from all clients, for they don't know who it is. Yet more and more clients look for their service as their success becomes more famous. As Misty Jager. 5 years has passed after a hired gun named Crimson Crow appeared. Secrecy, neatness, and perfect skills. A mysterious figure. For all his characteristics, it's just enough for legends to be told. Soon the name Crimson Crow became a name to fear and instill awe. They traced down to the third node. This is quite annoying. Imdal. It'll be expensive, but we need more than nodes. Okay. I'll cover the money, so go on. Yeah, good choice. You shouldn't underestimate the amount of investing in these kind of things if you want to stick to this business. Of course. Finally got some stable clients. Can't stop here and now. Good. See you at the store tomorrow. Okay. No one has heard from Crimson Crow again from this day on. The Crimson Crow suddenly disappeared. The sudden disappearance of Crimson Crow made citizens of the underworld curious about them. Some says her client got annoyed and murdered them brutally. Some say she fell in love with the target, gave up her life as a hired gun, living as an ordinary citizen. Some say they retired with a massive fortune accumulated during their career, buying their own island and retiring in luxury. All rumors spread about legends, but soon people forgot the name Crimson Crow and other hired guns filled their place. The legend of Crimson Crow ends like this. One year ago, release. When are you going to stop treating me like an invisible man? What a dumbass. Rion Bloodwalker, the boss of Troubleshooter Company Vermilion. Troubleshooter arrested the Crimson Crow. Don't forget, I'm the one that worked hard on your plea bargain. Rion suggested a plea bargain after arresting Misty. The deal was to provide all client lists and information on past crimes, pay all our legal profits, says Crimson Crow. It's for your sake, not mine, so don't talk like that. I won't deny that, but a promise is a promise. A promise? A promise that you'll help me after I help you. Oh, you mean that promise I made while I was drunk? The one we were made while not knowing who the heck we both are? I'm not sure I was drunk, but yeah, that promise was made at the bar. Pretending as if it's all your responsibility. Disgusting. Got any other jobs to do? I believe our paths won't cross again. Don't you have anything better to do? Work for me, and if you don't have anything better to do, I'll pay you properly. You freaking... What the hell are you saying? What do you want from me? You've got great talent. Such a silver tongue you have. Anything to recruit a talented employee. Hard to get a job as an ex-convict. Why would you refuse my suggestion? There was an awkward silence. Rion said nothing, did nothing but stare at Misty. Let's stop this already. I was a fool to expect something even for a moment. Go on up the stairs and live that fancy troubleshooter life of yours. I'll go down and continue my life as a hired gun. Let's live our lives as something that fits each other. Same words as before. 2 years ago, Rion did his best to make a plea bargain for Misty. But rather than being fined or declared for probation, Misty was sentenced for 2 years of imprisonment. After the trial, Misty said to Rion, who was sitting in the public gallery, "Let's live in our ways that suits us both. Of course, people don't change that easily." Yes, people don't change that easily, as you said. Good. Let's each follow our own path. But you can change yourself when you're determined to. What are you saying? A lesson from my own experience. What do you want? The life of Misty was always a one-way street. She thought there was no other way for her other than being a hired gun. Then the turning point appeared. One path was one that was familiar to her, the other unknown. If there's anything common between those two, it is the fact that nobody knows where it'll lead to. Shadow of the Past. I've always liked the art in Troubleshooter. Very anime style, but it's got its own style too, its own color. Way they shape and color the hair, just the and I guess Rion is Cyan's brother, a relative of some kind. I'm trying to remember. I thought I saw Misty Jager somewhere in the story. I can't remember where exactly I saw her though. But this was a year ago. So it's possible we've already seen her as part of another. I don't know. I can't think of. She seems familiar, is all I can say, but I don't know. Maybe she wasn't in there. Maybe I'm just misremembering. It's been a long time since I played Troubleshooter. It's been almost a year or more since I played Troubleshooter, and I did finish The White Witch. And I believe I have those videos already on YouTube if you want to go ahead and check those out. But, yeah. Well, hopefully I can wrap up this one fairly quick. But let's see. Kind of curious to see what Misty can do. Big explosion. One criminal's on the run. Darn it, I was careless. For 3 months, Rebellion tried to arrest the Serpent 3 stars, hire guns and murder several gang leaders and troubleshooters. But right before the moment, a sudden explosion saved them from being caught. We almost got him. Rian couldn't hide his expression over the failed operation. Meanwhile, Misty was looking for other clues in the field. I think this escape was a well-planned one. Planned? This place was under blockade this morning, and yet it managed to blow up some explosives. That means they already planned it beforehand. That could imply that we were just lured here. Look at all these surveillance cameras looking on the other side. Figures out the situation. Moles. This isn't just another one-shot contract. This is getting out of control. Recently, he was worried about more and more with conflicts of the gangs in the Red Mining District. Rian was worried. Misty, tell the others to return to the company. Okay. There's no other way. We'll get a lead when we obtain transaction records of the broker. Robin. Misty, the boss is going to kill me if he finds out about this. Stop whining. I'll talk to the boss myself later. Really? Gotta tell him about this. Don't make me say it again. I'll take responsibility, so just stick to the plan. 3 weeks ago, Red Sands infiltration. The hideout of the gang was suspected to have hired the Serpent Tri-Stars. Robin. Loud and clear, Misty. Give me a set rep about the security details over this mansion about what you found out. Yes, ma'am. First thing, there's a watchtower. Never be spotted by them unless you want to see every guard running your way. How does that thing spot a hidden intruder? It's with a real-time imagery interpretation system. Well, you'll be able to pass through them if you hijack the security system temporarily and play a fake video on them. You? Hacking what? You were the one told to prepare for the infiltration mission. Do you know how much it costs to obtain this one-use program? Attaboy. We can gain the access to the surveillance con only with external methods. If you want me to stop the watchtower again, you'll have to access the internal system and insert a USB I gave you earlier. Then I'll play those fake videos again. Well, I should get the job done. How many watchtowers are there? There are 4 of them. And do you know where they are? Of course I do. There's one. Another the northwest entrance. Another the backside southwest entrance. And the last one in the garbage incinerator. Not that tight. Good. Since a fully automated system is vulnerable to hackers, it's also expensive to have. So they have filled the gap with security personnel, which is kind of reasonable. Any safe route to the main? Nope. Jump over the wall just as soon as the watchtowers are dealt with. What? Look, how am I supposed to break through the security system with a gang within a few days? Can't we use a fake ID or something to infiltrate with? I've already spent a whole week on the mansion security details. I can't just make up some fake IDs and research every guard's schedule with this amount of time. Well, okay. It's nothing for you to jump over that stupid wall. Okay, I'll take care of it then. But I know the number of guards hired in the mansion. Well, that's good news. Let's get to the point. How can I access the internal system? Okay, I'll explain it step by step. First, you have to use a central terminal on the 2nd floor, which can only be accessed with the administrative card of the master clearance. This is the part where you hand me a copy of that card? Certainly not. Okay, go on. The administrator card of master clearance is carried by Suvo the Blackfist, who's in charge of the mansion. Suvo the Blackfist? What? You never heard of? Can't be that Suvo. I thought it said Subo. It's fine. It's just new. He's the guy who took care of the legendary hired gun Crimson Crow. They say he stuffed their body into a barrel and threw him in the water. Interesting. If you take him down or steal from him to get the card. Are there any other administrative cards in the mansion? Recently, 2 hired guns called Bouncy and Ming were hired to guard the mansion. Well, I guess they'll carry cards that are also their security managers. But I'm sure the cards won't work for the terminal. That guy is famous for distrusting others. Any details of the patrol route in the mansion? I'll put a tracking device on him. What? Seriously? Heard rumors about his love for yellow Bonaparte suits, so I bribed his laundry owner. Wait, what if things go wrong? Does the laundry owner know about this? Everything is give and take. Yep, everything's give and take. Hey, it's not a problem if you stick to the plan. Okay. Sure it's not. Infiltrate the mansion when the watchtower is neutralized. Find Suvo and take his administrator. Go to the server room on the 2nd floor and access the terminal. Search for recent transaction records and download them. Yep, that's all I could do. You're on your own after you go in. Okay, thanks for the job. I'm not worried about you, but still, be careful. And make sure you report this to the boss first. If he finds out I did some information dealer shit, I'll be fired right away. Nah, nobody can fire such a good boy. I really like working here. Same here. Alright, I'm going to end the video. See you later, Robin. Yep, I'll play a fake video right away.